Welcome back to On God, the world's holiest podcast. My guest today is my very good friend, Pat Flood. He hosts a monthly comedy show called Pat Flood's Sick Joke. It's honestly such a good show. It's at the Earl every month. He has really good lineups, and it feels like you're like in New York, like in some like cool club in Bushwick. In this episode, I am immediately verbally assaulted for my appearance. I am beaten to a pulp by his mean words over and over again. We talk about our sort of Tom and Jerry dynamic that we have. We talk about erections and khaki pants from the Catholic Church, his lunar mom who's into tarot reading, and car crashes and Catholicism and terror death theory. Enjoy.
On God,
the world's holiest podcast.
Hi, God has granted us a second chance.
What was it? Was a corrupted file. A corrupted file.
Yeah, we recorded an episode together and we both thought it was so bad.
It was crazy. Because we
talked about suicide the whole time.
Well, you brought it up and then I had to kind of broach the subject alongside you. It didn't feel fun, you know?
It wasn't fun.
I'm feeling fun today. How are you feeling?
I feel good. Yeah, I feel good. I'm ready to have a good time. I'm shocked that it's 95 degrees outside and you're wearing sweatpants and a thick shirt.
It's not that thick. See, this is the thing. My office controls the thermostat for like the whole wing that I'm in.
Yeah.
So my office is cold.
Oh, it's freezing.
As a mother. And if I ever like try to negotiate and like put it at like 72, everyone's like melting in their offices.
So I'm
of service.
Okay.
And then, you know, it is hot out though. I've been working on my hydration. I feel really hydrated today, which is good. I did not feel. I also was thinking of reasons why the last one sucked. Caffeine.
You didn't have any?
We were having a bunch of it.
And you think that's bad?
Yeah. This late in the day?
I had nothing to give. I was really running on E during that recording time. It was really hard for me.
Well, right. But then running on E followed with like a latte moment.
I can't do I haven't had any caffeine all day today.
Are you a daily caffeine user usually?
I don't think so. And especially the last couple months, I've been experiencing, here we go, anxiety. Which
Suicidal
is a new
ideation.
beast. No, I've been anxious and it is like an instant caffeine shot. I'm like, I don't know what I would do with more caffeine. I've never experienced this before. I don't need it.
It starts to make me feel like I'm like dying if I have too much. Like I'm like, is my vision blurring? Do I need to sit down? Do I need to eat something? So the focus, especially in this heat, electrolytes, water. You're a good water drinker, though.
I know. It was my New Year's resolution 3 years ago to drink a gallon of water a day. And I've probably done it, I would say in the last 3 years, I've probably missed like 30 days.
Do you... I get rid of fluids really quick. I always have. Like I'm like a sweater and a peer. Would you say you are?
I've never heard someone describe it that way.
Well, I run a little hot.
I get rid of fluids really quickly.
I do. I'm a sweater. I'm very hairy, top to bottom. Hairy, warm. I always run a little hot.
I run very hot.
Since I was a little kid, I'm just draining fluids.
I never even thought of that.
So I need a lot of water. I probably should be doing a gallon, even in the winters.
You probably should. Probably curled up under all those blankets, hot as a polar bear with a fur coat.
Yeah.
This is so funny talking to you on a podcast because we talk every day.
It's a different environment.
I know, but I want to be like, so what's going on with you? And I already know what's going on.
Well, what is going on with me?
I'm not, you've told me a lot of things I'm not allowed to talk about. So I don't know what I'm allowed to say.
It's like, hey, for the next one.
Also, that's another thing about us is I'm a very open person. I'm like an open book.
Are you?
I think so.
Let's discuss our dynamic a little bit. Because one, we're obsessed with each other, obviously. Two, it's a little Tom and Jerry, we've decided. And I'm Jerry. I'm the brilliant, kind of adorable little brown mouse. And you're the big dumb cat falling for all my little booby traps. I think that's the Tom and Jerry dynamic, right?
So you're like, hey, this is our dynamic. I'm cute and fun and you're stupid. And that's our dynamic.
I said you're gigantic and you fall a lot into
and you
my
said
booby
I'm
traps.
Dumb. You said that you're the big dumb cat. That's our dynamic, right? No, our dynamic is that you pretend like you're nice to me, but you're actually a huge bully.
No,
and then
I'm sweet.
As soon as I push back and try to be cutting a little bit, you get really sensitive.
This is really interesting.
This is literally it.
Because I'm already feeling sensitive with you just saying that that's the dynamic. And I want to really throw these rubber plants around and make it your fault right now. I think that we're working on the dynamic. I think that there was some cloudiness in the air.
One thing that I will say is really good that we both do.
We're obsessed with each other. Say it.
Are we obsessed with each other?
Oh my God. I talk to you more than anyone. It's you, Mom Cell. I talk to my mom daily.
That's crazy.
Well, she's great. Nancy?
That's amazing.
You never met her.
No, because you won't let me meet her.
This is not true.
I have tried to meet her multiple times. Every time you're like hiding her behind a taco truck when I come by to say hi.
This is not true. See how Matt like does this where he's like, you called me stupid and now you're just fabricating in real time. Hiding my mom behind a taco truck. She's here for 3 nights and our dance card was full. Okay, we went to the Groundlings show with her friend Jenny. First off, they came in late. This was back in April.
Why am I not on the priority list?
You can be for the next go round.
Well, I don't want to force myself to be on it.
But
if I'm talking to you, if I'm in your life every day and your mom's coming to visit, her priority is to see the Groundlings? What the fuck? What's her connection to that?
Yeah. Well, because we try to tick off fun, maybe.
So I'm not fun.
No, but we had been doing a lot of.
Before I forget, Ryan, if you can make any timestamps of things that you think are worth clipping is really helpful.
His notebook is empty. He's like, yeah, for sure.
Not that anything has been great so far, but it's
that's good, Ryan. Write that down. Yeah, this is nothing.
That's a common thing I see in clips nowadays. Is like what? Literally people talking and then they'll say like, oh yeah, that's good, clip it, and they'll include that in. You know
how fucked it makes me feel so sick. The self-manufactured reliance upon like internet for things that are supposed to be so fun. And we've just been talking about this in regards to the show, the monthly show that I am producing, but also just in general with like your career, any creative career, like the fact that your brain even has to go to clip that. Feels so counterintuitive to what it is you're actually trying to do, right?
It's a nightmare, but it is also it's similar to just having a writer's brain in general, or like a stand-up
clip that
comedy brain.
Did you see that with my fucking foot? He's nodding.
It's similar to just
makes
having
that clock go up 30 minutes. He's like, you guys are done.
Sorry,
I interrupted.
It's okay. This is the dynamic. Jerry playing his fucking games and making a groundbreaking point, and you're doing high kicks from your chair and being like, as a stand-up and writer, My brain, I often have to attempt to shut it off when I'm living life instead of being like, could this be a bit? And like mining life for information as opposed to living life and being present in it.
I'm curious about your joke writing process. Is that something as a self-proclaimed open book you're willing to discuss on a group level?
The condescending way that you asked that question.
Matt, we both agreed that this was going to be sweet. And this is me truly just trying to keep forward momentum. And out of true curiosity,
Okay.
I've asked you, how do you write jokes before? And it's always been on a bad day because I never got a response.
That is not true.
Well, you've never given me the concretes. So this
I've never
is the time
written a
to
joke
do it.
in my goddamn life.
Okay,
So that's the
this
problem.
isn't true. You've got jokes that work, decades-long jokes that continue to work. They're evergreen. I've seen you do them.
One thing I like about joke writing is nothing.
Yeah, that it's painful. Yeah.
No, I used to do roast battles a lot, and that was really fun because there was like there's a very formulaic way to write those types of jokes.
Yeah.
But when it comes to life stuff, I feel like I'm conflicted as far as stand-up goes because I could write jokes that are like more one-liners, but what I'm more drawn to is like telling stories,
Totally.
if you will. And within stories, I don't know that I have like the correct, I don't know that I know the beat structure necessarily, but I know in my mind where things hit. But often when I do things on stage, people will laugh at something that I didn't even know was funny. For instance, I wrote a joke recently about being at an orgy. And I was talking about walking over to the snack table and filling up a cup of Chex Mix. And people laughed at that part. And I didn't even think of that as a punchline.
That was just the truth.
It was just the truth.
Yeah.
And I think that is like what has always been the scariest and most interesting thing with comedy is if you really tell the truth, there are going to be things that people think are funny. But in that process, you have to like put out a lot of fat that isn't funny and can potentially just be humiliating.
Yeah.
And and
that's tough.
And I've struggled with that with many aspects of my life, but that's also what it feels like to post on the internet. It's like, God, I'm like, maybe I think the truest thing to yourself as an artist is being like, do I find this funny? And asking yourself that question. And the more that you know yourself, the more that I know myself, the easier things are. Because I'm like, oh, if people don't think this is funny, that's on them.
Right.
You know, I have to genuinely think something is funny.
I think the difficult part is seeing the data in the left-hand side of your internet post and being like, wow, I tripped out about something that got 76 likes. So I was right. I shouldn't have posted it. And then you get to like live with these metrics attached to something when you're right. The true goal is like, did I think it was funny? And I never like look through anyone's posts and look at the metrics and say like,
I do.
Do we take breaks on this? We should take a break. Do you take breaks on this? Or do they just happen?
What do you mean?
Like ads.
You want to take a break?
Just kidding.
Oh.
It just felt like a good like clip that. You know, it was like a good like next moment. See, now I've thrown you. Now he's mad. Look, see what happens? Time code this. Now he's mad.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I wasn't following. I didn't know if you were upset.
Where were we?
You don't look at people's algorithms when you're looking at people's pages on Instagram or TikTok.
I don't look at it with like a critical.
I don't think it's good that I do that. I have like such a math brain and I love numbers. Like in a different world, I'm a math teacher. But, you know, because of my family and because of a lot of peer pressure, I was forced to get on stage. I really wanted to be a teacher, but everyone was like, you have to do comedy.
Your parents were like, there's no way.
They sent me to
math.
comedy school. Yeah.
There's no way. Were you performing in your youth?
I mean, every day.
But like, did you do like plays in Indonesia?
We didn't have a drama department. Yeah. We had Little Women. There was one play that we had, Little Women, and I was Lori in Little Women, and I had like 6 lines, and I was so bad.
Kind of progressive. Like a gender flip thing.
Lori's a guy.
Really?
Yeah. Have you ever seen Little Women?
Not to the level where I would know like character names.
Well, there's like one.
Lori's the guy?
I know, it is kind of weird. And Jo is the main girl.
Who wrote Little Women again? Laura Ingalls Wilder? No, I think that's Little House on the Prairie.
I don't know. Who wrote Little Women? Do you know?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Was it Jane Austen? Am I stupid? It's not Jane Austen. I feel really dumb.
I would have rolled with it.
I think it was Stephanie Meyer.
Twilight?
Yeah.
Were you a big book
Little
kid?
Women. I would have never guessed this. Louisa May Alcott.
They don't talk about her ever.
Classic.
That's not one of the names they talk about.
No one has.
Jane Austen, Louisa May, like it's
no
never.
one has ever heard of Louisa May Alcott. Right?
When you got sobes, did you step away from performing? Because I too felt like a lot of my performance was happening from like a bar stool my whole life, right? Like that's where like I felt like I had permission to be as funny or as raucous or as like bold as I wanted to feel in a group setting. And then as someone who was like doing stand-up, not sober, needed to get sober, became sober. What was that journey?
I took 2 years off when I got sober.
Oof.
And I got a regular assistant job working for lesbians.
Which was tough.
They were really awesome, and it got really tough as assistant jobs go.
They worked you to the bone.
It was mostly the commute. I was commuting from Silver Lake to Santa Monica. I was in the car for 2.5 hours a day commuting.
Was it a normal
every
40
day.
hours a week situation?
Because of the traffic, it was like 50, 60 hours a week. But yeah, it was definitely a period where I was like, I don't actually know if I like performing or if I just need so much attention. And I felt out of touch with myself. And then when I took a break from it, I was like, oh, I actually miss this. And I like the process of joke writing, and I like telling stories. So it was something I wanted to get back to.
When I got sober, someone recommended I take an improv class. And then the one I took, just to be like, just learn how to socialize. Just like find something to do once a week, you know? And I ended up taking a clown class.
Did you know it was clown?
Like kind of like by accident. I mean, I was like 50 days. So like, I was just like, okay. So someone recommended I do improv. And then I heard someone else recommend I should take Idiot Workshop. So that's the one I signed up for. And it was not traditional improv, but it was like kind of spiritual and profound and like, in ways I wasn't anticipating, you know, like I think it helped me more in my real life realize that like it's not that serious. But I didn't, and I took it like 3 or 4 times, like 3 or 4 rounds of it. But it is not the way I want to perform. Like I want to be more me, you know, like the teacher would be like, all right, Pat, you're going to go up there and be really bad. And then you're like, well, I think I'm bad at everything. But what's my version of what's bad? How do I perform bad when I go up there and every time I come down, I think I'm already bent? You know, so you start getting like kind of heady about all of that. And then sometimes he'd be like, you know, go up there and be color blue. And then you'd have to go up there and be like, blue, you know? And no one's really reacting. And sometimes they are. It was fascinating. Have you ever done clown? There's a lot right next door. Elysian's like a clown hub, right?
Yeah. I signed up for a clown class during the pandemic on Zoom.
Mm.
And
a Zoom class.
And it was like 3 hours twice a week. And I went to the first class. I think I paid $500 for it. And I went to the first class.
Clowns ain't fucking around with the budgets. Yeah.
I lasted maybe 30 minutes.
Why? What happened?
We're on Zoom.
Yeah.
What was that? Like, I was like this, what the hell am I doing? I'm literally doing like it was like learning how to use your Zoom camera to make others laugh. No, it was literally like, our first exercise was like hand puppets or whatever.
Sure.
And so that's what we had to work with on our camera. And I felt insane. So I just never came back to the class and I never said anything. So I just gave someone $500 for 30 minutes of Zoom clown class.
Yeah.
And I've always been curious to go back, but it does feel like a very humbling process. They like beat you down to a pulp.
Yeah, but it's done in a really kind and supportive way. Like,
the point though is to make you not care about others' approval, right?
Which is why I'm like, okay, God at work, that my improv class actually is about like, this much different component that maybe I needed to learn years ago, about myself. I would be curious to see how I handle a clown class now, or really even a class in general. Because I get kind of finicky and group sports always bugged me. Like sometimes like the class dynamic makes me feel in the way that you're looking at data on the metrics of Instagram videos.
Yeah.
I revert to like this class system in the class where I'm like, well, at least I'm better than her, but they're way better than me. And I hate that I even do that because it's beside the point.
I think that is a natural, I know what you're saying. I think that's a natural process though, like where you just have to be kind to yourself. Like as humans, we are like predatory animals. Like we are like trying to see like who is going to be like the top dog. That's just like in our nature. So for myself, for instance, like I'm taking a class right now at Groundlings and I immediately...
Are you better than some?
I immediately do that when I walk in. I'm like, oh, that person is not great. That person is really, that's the one to watch. I'm right below that, whatever.
Name them.
And I'm constantly reminding myself when I'm in there to really humble myself, to just be like, I want to be here to support everyone and not be in competition.
Well, and it's a long class too. It's like a 4-hour, it's like a full day, right?
It's 5 hours. It flies by though. It's crazy. There's so much writing. And you just have to go on stage without knowing whether or not something works, and you just have to perform it. And the only way it works is if you commit 100%. It's a really good exercise. I want to talk about your mom.
Nancy.
You talk to her every day.
Yeah, at least via text.
That's so sweet.
And when there's a call, my parents are usually together. So it's eventually just a speakerphone situation. And they're always up to something.
Like what?
Well, we went on a walk today. It's always like it's like the minutia of the day, but they're both retired. They're
both retired?
Yeah.
How old are your parents?
Like late 60s.
They're retired. Do they have activities that they do?
My mom has a crew of who she calls her lunar ladies. And it's like a group of women who are interested in the esoteric, in the metaphysical.
Really?
And they wear like ankle bracelets and like do things like, hey, we're doing a full moon ceremony. You guys should come on out. It's like this my mom has always been that way. Like she was a kindergarten teacher. She taught 4th grade until I think I was in 4th grade. And then she became a kindergarten teacher.
Did she teach at the school you went to?
No. I went to a Catholic school, kindergarten to 6th grade, which we talked about in the corrupted file version of this podcast. Should we act as if it's brand new information?
It is.
We got to be open books. No, she was not my teacher.
Okay.
But she was like jean dress from her neck to her ankle teacher, and then would be like, all right, guys, we're going to pull a quick tarot reading. You know, like it was like this blending of worlds where it was like traditional teacher who was also like pulling tarot with me and my also gay brother growing up. 2 gay sons, just the 2 of us. Poor Tim, my poor dad. We've laughed about this where they were kind of forced into being progressive. It's like, well, guess if this is our boys, this is who we are too. You know, like they just had to roll.
How old were you when you came out?
So my brother's older than me. He came out when I was in high school. He's 4 years older than me.
Okay.
I knew that I was, but it buried it probably until 21, 22.
Really?
Because it was kind of like, well, now I can't. Like I was almost like, fuck you, Chris. You know, like this was going to be kind of my thing, you know? So there was this weird...
Your brother came out when he was in high school.
When I was in high school. I think he was like 18, 19. He was like in college.
Okay.
And I was in high school and had a girlfriend at the time. Great gal. I think she lives in Canada. I shouldn't be saying like first and last names.
I can beep it out.
Okay, cool. No. And I mean, obviously I wasn't going to... What I truly had tricked myself into thinking, and you got to remember, I grew up in Wisconsin. I grew up outside of Milwaukee. Like, there's more boxes to live in. I don't know. Maybe everyone feels like that way in any city that they live in.
There's more boxes to live in?
More traditional, like people like wouldn't get that you wouldn't want to just like get a roofing job and like buy a house on the west side. You know, like there's just more like traditional boxes one ticks in life.
Okay.
That I, toward the end before I moved here, I've only been in LA for 5 years, but like it was getting to the point toward the end there, and thank God for the pandemic because it gave me some time to like make a next move, where I was feeling bad that I didn't want those things. And this, I was like out as a gay man, but I was like, damn, like, why don't I just want to like own property on the west side of Milwaukee? Like, why is that not in me? Like, why don't I have this desire? Why don't I have this urge to like get roots? And then you move somewhere like here and it's like, oh, it's just because that's not where I was supposed to. I'm supposed to have roots there.
Yeah.
Know? And I think, and I don't want to speak ill of people in Milwaukee who are great and lovely and rah, but like, you know, you can meet someone here and they're like, yeah, I'm a writer and I sell soy candles, you know, and you're like, oh, okay. So really you're primarily selling soy candles and you're right as a goal. And there isn't as much judgment around, what do you do for health insurance? You know, like there's less constricted views.
You feel like in Milwaukee there's more of that?
More constricted views. There's more like, what is she doing with her life? Whereas out here it's a little more like...
Oh, it's like all smoke and mirrors. Like you really have no idea what anyone is doing for work.
Out here.
Yeah.
Right. And there's... But it's also funny because, I mean, talk about a city whose lifeline is talking about career. Right?
I didn't know that because I not that I grew up in LA, but I moved to LA.
You lived in Orlando and you never talk about it.
I was in Orlando when I was for a few years when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a Florida girl. Yeah, that's why I'm a rascal. Nickelodeon.
Oh, rascal.
I moved to LA when I was 21. I came out in Los Angeles. I started doing drugs and drinking when I was in LA. Like, I just had like all of my adult, formative, independent experiences. Like when I left the church was all Los Angeles. So I didn't know that like cities existed as an adult where people weren't obsessed with what you do for work.
Yeah. I mean, I have a lifelong friend that I've known since kindergarten. Still not sure what his job is. I know he works for Kohl's corporate. but I don't know in what capacity. He was just out here.
Yeah.
Still don't know what he does.
That's so interesting.
Not even really sure what his hobbies are, to be honest.
You're like, I don't really know.
Love him.
Don't really know what his name is either.
Couldn't tell you. I know he lives in Denver and that he works for Kohl's Corporate and HQ is in Wisconsin. And, but I don't know like in what division or anything. It's so frontal lobe here. So what do you do? Where do you work? What do you do?
Right. And people complain because it's like, it almost asking that question is signifying whether or not this person is worth your time. Right? Like, can you help me get up a leg in my career? Because everyone is networking and climbing.
I am guilty of like.
I'm not.
I'm
everyone is equal.
No, just a pure big 7-foot freak show over there.
You love to make fun of my appearance.
No, I like to point out how colossal you are in height. And you bring up a lot about my midsection and how heavy I am.
I do not do that ever. Are you kidding me?
Clip this, please.
What? I have never talked about your body that way ever.
I'm sometimes.
Are you being serious?
Of course not. I am.
Of course not.
Of course not. No, this is the dynamic.
Oh my God.
We're sharing the dynamic.
The dynamic is that you make up a sick rumor about me and then I get defensive and then you laugh in my face.
And then I'm like in the rubber plants. Like
literally Jerry from Tom and Jerry.
I know, Jerry. Remember when we had to take a breather from each other?
Once every 6 months where we don't talk for 2 weeks?
Yeah, I have a lot of, well, you're not the only one that I have to do this with. My friend Sarah, lots of people need breaks from me. I am seeing that I'm the common denominator and I am in therapy on a weekly basis now.
And who got you there?
You did, but you brought me to your therapist. He gives, get this, guys. I keep looking to the cameras. Get this.
You won't have to pick a side.
No, I know. He introduces me to his therapist, who immediately says, "Who are you?" And I said, "My name's Pat Flood." And she goes, "Oh yeah, no, definitely can't work with you because conflict of interest."
She goes, "My client has been talking about you
my
for
client
an
talks
hour
about you a lot. Like, there's no way that I can now learn your side because she would inevitably pick my side, I feel. And then how horrific for you to lose.
That is so terrible for you to say. My therapist would see right through your schemes.
Listen, I really am a nice and authentic person. I just have a rough edge.
That's a really sick thing to say about yourself.
No, you need to be nice to me. I am sweet. And I do show up.
I know you are. You do. And I wouldn't spend time with you if you didn't. But I think it is sociopathic to look into a camera and say, I am a really nice and sweet person. I just have a rough edge.
I think it's
you like to play games and you love a reaction. And I do too.
I like a reaction.
And one thing you and I have talked about multiple times, which I think is really important, is that as gay men, we tend to do this thing where we stab each other like multiple times, just little ticks, little jabs, and it builds up. And we have had conversations where we've both said very vulnerably, hey, I can't joke anymore. I actually just need you to be sweet to me.
Yeah.
And then we've been able to turn off the sarcasm knob, which we've been trained to do our whole lives. We're really good at it. But after a while, it's exhausting. Like, I don't want everything to be a joke, you know, because I'm underneath these very guarded, like quippy responses. We're like really, really sensitive kids.
Angel babies.
We're really beautiful, sensitive angel babies.
Wait, we have to go back to it though. So me and Matt are on a we're not talking period. This was around the time. What movie was it playing at the Vista?
The Baltimoreans?
No. We were in the theater.
Oh.
It was the Japanese movie.
Korean. No other
Louisa
choice.
Ray wrote it. What was her name? The writer of
No
Little
other
Women.
choice.
No other choice. So we're there. I see him. We're not talking at the time. And at the Vista, if you ever go to the Vista, they play like cartoons before.
Well, okay, can I back up? We're not talking.
Do we have time?
We're not talking to each other. We're on a break. And
we're on a friendship break.
I'm driving up to the Vista, and in my brain, God says to me, Pat Flood is going to be there. As I'm driving to the Vista, I see you standing outside. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
I did not see you.
Well, of course you didn't. You were focused on yourself. And we go into the movie theater. We sit down. You still don't see me.
No.
You didn't see me as I was checking in?
No, I was
you
like...
were behind me in line, and I could hear you like getting your ticket checked.
Was I really ramping it up for the clerk?
I thought you were on a date with a guy. It turns out it was your straight roommate.
Yeah, my straight roommate, Logan, who's also an angel baby, very sweet.
Anyways,
rent is always paid with us.
We're in the theater, and what comes on the theater?
It's Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
And I'm laughing to myself because like Matt has accused me of being Jerry several times prior to our break. And I turn around and he's there and I touch his knee and I go, hey.
You assaulted me.
And he, no, I went, hey, because I was like, weird to not say something. Little did I know you'd been dodging me.
In my memory, you went like this.
Like no, revisionist history insane would never do that. You look to your squad of girls in their 20s and you guys all like laugh at me, yet I'm the bully.
I was with two adult men in their 30s.
So we're both having a little
straight.
We're having some revisionist history, both of us.
And yeah, we did both look at each other and I go, that's him. And they both rolled their eyes.
It's just like, what is going on here?
Crazy. And then the next day, I saw you at an AA meeting.
You're going to talk about that?
And I turned around and I said, hi. And I touched your knee just like you did to me. And you wouldn't look me in the eye.
I wonder if you rolling your eyes with two straight men that 12 hours prior had anything to do with my reaction day 2.
So you're allowed to do it, but I'm not.
No, but I mean, given the circumstances here, listen, I don't want to go on another talk break. Let's move on. Where is God today in this?
It was good. It was all good. We took some breathers.
I think space is huge.
Outer space?
Yeah. I mean, let's talk about the intergalactic.
Taking space is really important.
I think I love it.
Taking a break from friends is really good.
From anyone. I think if I find
especially when they are assaulting you in movie theaters.
Sure. Or 7 feet tall and lying all the time. Either one.
I'm not 7 feet tall.
Almost. We'll get a tape measure out.
I'm like a normal tall.
Yeah, you're like normal tall. 6'3" or 4?
6'2 3/4. Ask my doctor. People love to men who are 5'10" love to tell me that I'm 6'5" because they want people to believe that they're 6 foot tall. This is like a phenomenon. Like the number of men who are 5'10" who have come up to me and like, oh, you're 6'5", right? And I go, no, I'm just under 6'3". And they go, no, that's not possible because I'm 6 foot. And I look at them and I go, honey, you're 5'9" on a good day.
Yeah, you go, hey, shrimp. You
I
go,
dated.
Hey, shrimp.
Hey, shrimp.
Hey, shrimp. No. Yeah.
Yeah, get in your place, little guy.
Yeah, yeah. Go back to the shallow end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking deck him in the face.
You're fucking drawn out here, shrimp.
Yeah, if you're under 5'10" and you try talking to me, you're getting decked in the face.
Yeah, clip it. I can't stop doing it now that I know that's a thing.
I'm fascinated by your mom.
I keep getting away from her.
Doing tarot as you were growing up. Tarot for me was like doing the work of the devil. I'm not kidding. Like one time we passed
Who
by.
suggested that?
One time, my parents. One time we passed by a crystal ball shop, and I said to my dad,
In Indonesia?
No, we were visiting the States at the time. I said to my dad, we should go in there. And he stopped the car and he said, never go in there in your life. They're doing the devil's work. I've never been to a crystal ball shop.
I saw a psychic when I was like 14 in New Orleans with my family. My mom was like, go ahead. The psychic was a gay man who was like, I know what's going on with you, and if you need a place to stay.
Really?
I kind of went that route. Like, I was like, oh, he's picking up on that I'm a 13-year-old gay person who's maybe looking for an army cot in the back of your crystal ball shop. Like, it was kind of that kind of a situation. I didn't stay. Have you ever been to New Orleans? A lot of
He's
energy.
looking into the crystal ball and he's like, gay.
Yeah.
Gay.
Yeah.
That's all he sees.
He's like, well.
He's like absolute and soda. Poppers.
Absolute and soda.
Hemorrhoids.
Hemorrhoids, do we want to get into yours? You've got your surgery.
I've been begging you to get into mine. But you don't want to.
I know. Well, you're getting your surgery.
It's so crazy. I have a colonoscopy on Monday. Can't wait.
You thought you were just going to be hitting a table read.
I have a
at 10.
colonoscopy on Tuesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. And then I have a table read for a web series at 10 a.m.
No, what you're not getting is that's not happening, Matt. You're going to be at home literally space casing the whole day.
I think it's going to be incredible.
It's
I think
not
I'm
gonna
really
go
going to
well.
elevate the project. Well, they told me all they told me about the colonoscopy is that I needed to take a suppository before the operation. And then I
Love.
called the doctor the other day and the nurse in the hospital said, oh, we're giving you the Michael Jackson drugs. You're going to be out cold. And I said, what the hell are the Michael Jackson drugs? I couldn't believe this is a medical professional calling them that.
She's inappropriate for this.
Right? I'm giving you the Michael Jackson drugs, the ones that he died on.
This is the problem. Had you loosened her up, had you been like really silly with her prior, because then all of a sudden medical professionals think it's okay for them to be
I
like
was shooting straight.
saying the N-word to you. And it's like, whoa, buddy, like, don't get that loose with me. You're still my nurse, right?
Calling it the Michael Jackson drugs is
It's
crazy.
really inappropriate.
He died.
Yeah, no shit, Matt. It sucked for the family, I'm sure.
I don't know.
I wonder where Blanket is today. Remember that was the littlest.
Oh,
Blanket Jackson.
Blanket. BJ.
BJ.
Yeah.
Probably like 25.
Loved BJ.
Loves BJ.
Do you think it was Blanket or Blanquette?
No, it was 100% Blanket.
Okay.
Blanquette?
Blanket Jackson. Duvet Jackson. Goose Feather Jackson. Okay.
You were like listening to the news on a transistor radio in Indonesia, and you
I
were
was
like,
in America.
Blanquette Jackson. It was Blanket 100.
I was in America when Michael Jackson died. I remember. Do you remember where you were when Michael Jackson died?
No.
Wow. Wasn't that important to you?
No. Wasn't.
I was in a bus on the way to the airport from Seattle to go to a friend's wedding in California.
See, well, that's like a cool day in general.
And I remember telling the bus driver about how I was saving myself for marriage to have sex. And the bus driver was like, wow, there need to be more young men like you.
And then molested you? Like, what happened then?
No, just cut to like 4 years later and me having sex in a dungeon in Amsterdam while I was leading a mission trip.
Kind of a brag. Yeah. Then I was in the dungeon. This was in Amsterdam.
It was pretty cool.
There was a 7-footers only orgy.
No. Okay, you're jealous because you weren't invited to it.
I just like to be included.
Okay, so what about God?
Love him. Love.
Man in the sky?
Kind of man about town everywhere.
Man.
Presence about town.
Okay. Involved.
Which involves the sky.
Okay.
I mean, the sky starts where the ground ends, right? So the sky's here even.
Okay, I never really thought about it.
No,
like
yeah. Rain blast, clip it. Sky starts where the ground
We're
ends.
not clipping that.
Okay. We talked about this on the corrupted file, but I'm just gonna bring it up again.
I don't remember.
The terror management theory.
I blacked out.
You don't remember the terror management theory?
The Tara Reid theory.
The Tara Reid theory. Remember her show Terradice on the E! Network?
What?
She was like, we're getting fucking loaded. And then like Tara was just kind of like in Annapolis, Maryland, drinking. Like it was like a party show. It was
Tara Reid had a show called Terradice.
I would be willing to review Terradice with you on a complimentary podcast if you want to do this independently.
100%.
Yeah, Terradice.
Terradice?
Rock and roll, baby.
That is so insane. It was one season.
It was a one-off, but I think it was like 10 episodes or something. And she was like, that's right, we're going to Fort Lauderdale, and I'm getting fucking twisted.
Okay.
Terror management theory is this theory that all human behavior is driven by the knowledge that we know we die. To my knowledge, no other animals know that they're going to die. I mean, they have the built-in survival instincts and like fear to evade, but we know that it ends. And because of that, we try to attach ourselves to things that imply that it's not over, like our legacy, like our time here meant something, or like religion, right? Like, no, we go to heaven. It's not over. We go to heaven. And I believe in terror management theory because my mom saw a death doula when my grandma was dying. And the death doula said, just pepper in little memories to her toward the end here, because all we really want is to know that we mattered. So do little like, hey mom, remember when me and you went to Coney Island? My mom grew up in New York, my grandma's from New York. Hey, just like little moments, you know, like, hey mom, remember when we went to Orlando and had a kick-ass time and Tara Reid was there? Just these reminders of memories, and they don't have to be these grandiose moments spreading out. It makes sense to me that we try to self-soothe with the knowledge that we matter, that we have legacy, and that it's maybe not over once we leave Earth. Like, I really jive with reincarnation. And sometimes I feel like I've met people and I'm like, this ain't our first go around. Like, oh yeah, I met you before. Dana K. Sometimes I'm like, I think me and Dana been knowing each other.
Do you think we've known each other?
Me and you?
Yeah.
I think this is our first go around.
Really?
But I find it electric.
Why do I feel hurt by that?
Because you're very sensitive for your size. I don't know. I mean, maybe. Do you believe in reincarnation?
Something has happened in some universe with you that gives me the amount of rage that I have. Like, I've never wanted to like beat someone to a pulp.
Maybe you were like an eel that I stomped out when I was like an 8th grader somewhere. Like, fuck this thing.
Why are you immediately like killing me?
You used violent words with me. Do you like the idea of reincarnation?
I really, really love it. And I really, yeah, it makes me...
makes me feel good. Makes me feel hydrated, you know? I'm like, oh yeah, this isn't it.
Yeah, I think at my most optimistic, the scariest thing for me is that we just go to black when this is over and that there's nothing.
Right.
But
and that very well could be the case.
well, I don't think that our consciousness goes with us after this. Like what you said, like you feel like maybe you interacted with someone in a past life, but you don't have any memory of that past life.
Except with Dana K. No, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the soul continues the
But I
journey.
remember being a kid and trying to imagine if I died, if that it just went black and there was nothing, and I would get terrified. I would get so scared. And I had so much hope for so much of my life because I knew 100% that I was going to heaven.
Would it be safe to say that you managed that terror by believing in God?
Yeah. I also just didn't really have an option.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, I didn't really have an option. Terror management theory is very interesting, though.
And I only know about it because I read 2 chapters of a book 3 years ago and never stopped talking about it to everyone. I never finished the book.
Oh, my God.
And the book was called Perv.
Of course.
By Louisa Ann. What was her? I can't even think of her name.
Alcott.
Little woman. And it was about how our
Perv, like short for pervert.
Yeah, and it was about like the nuances of our sex life and like weird things that we like and whatever. And
Oh, you could write a whole book.
it was talking about how our terror management theory is suspended when we're horny. What they were saying is like that's why terror management theory is the reason that things gross us out.
An epiphany.
It's why things gross us out. Like that's why like things like saliva or like a used condom on the road or like blood or a bone poking out grosses us out because it is a reminder of our own biology. And then the reminder of our own biology is a reminder that we're going to die.
That we're human and fragile and are going to die.
So that's why like a condom on the groin is like, ugh, yuck, dude. Get that shit out of here. This bodily fluid. But then when you're horny, you're like, fill my belly button, babe. You know? Like it's a whole different brain when you're horny, the suspension of this feeling.
You really like when people fill your belly button?
I have a very sensitive belly button.
You want to talk about it?
But I don't have an Audi. Can you imagine?
People with Audis get Audi my house.
Get out of here, shrimp. Yeah.
Can you imagine an adult with an Audi belly button?
Well, they got to be out there.
I'm sorry, Ryan, do you have an Audi?
No.
Okay, thank
God.
God.
His face is getting really
awkward.
red. He might, but it's fine.
If you're an adult with an Audi, I need you to write into this podcast.
Audis are for kids.
There should be an entire documentary. That is really sick stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I am a very tolerant
I
person.
hate Audis.
You are.
I hate them. Kind of.
You're a freak of nature. If you have an Audi belly button, get out of my face.
I almost blame Dad because I feel like the dad does the cutting of the umbilical cord, and it's got to come down to that, right?
That's a really good point.
This one's on the dad.
Is the cutting of the umbilical cord, is that truly representative of how in
That's
your belly
just-
button is?
No, I don't know. I know nothing about the childbirth process.
Why not?
I know I know it's not fun for the woman.
Really?
I know that it requires an epidural. And I think sometimes they are like covered in like an orange grease. I've seen that.
And often there are tears and people shit themselves more commonly than
I was
you'd
a
think.
10-pound baby. No wonder my mom was.
I was jealous.
Seeking
I'm the
tarot.
heaviest of my 5 kids. There's 5 of us in my family. I was 8 pounds and 10 ounces.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I tore it up. It was so gross. No, I think my mom said her birth with me was pretty easy. I was the 4th go around. You know what I mean?
She was just like, I hope this one's not fucking gay.
We got gayer the more she popped him out. Fill in the blank. God hates
Car accident. Talk about a mess. Woo! Car accident. Because even if no one dies, what a mess.
It's annoying.
You got to call insurance.
It's a car accident in America. I don't know how it is in other countries. It's a huge inconvenience for everyone, right?
Months of issues, and you're forced to hate the person that hit you, which is tough. I don't want to hate this man.
Yeah,
but I do, because he wronged me. He made me T-bone him on Vermont.
Did you T-bone someone?
But it was his fault.
Okay.
Because I had a green arrow, and he out of nowhere. He looked a lot like Ryan, to be honest. Now that I'm looking over there, he out of nowhere is just like, he just like pulled out, and I slammed into him. He didn't have insurance, and luckily I had some witnesses on my side. Oof. And she wasn't fucking around, and she was bilingual, and she was banging on him and banging back on him, and she was like, he's not wrong, you're wrong. It was incredible. But it was tough. I mean, it was a really brutal day for all parties. The cops have to stop doing their real job to come like watch me and this guy bicker while we wait for the tow truck.
Their real job, shooting innocent people and giving me a parking
ticket. They need to go back to open firing on crowds. Like we need to get them back. We need to get them back to their duties.
Giving me tickets for texting while driving.
Yeah, right? Cleaning up the streets.
I got T-boned. And I called the police, and in my police report, it's written down. I said, I was hit by this woman, and it is her fault, but I want you to know that she's a really nice person.
That's not as sweet.
It's like in the report. I think I was like delusional. But like when she hit me, she was really like, we were both really sweet to each other, making sure each other was okay. But I just kept saying to the cop, like, I'm not mad at her, but like, this is her fault and she's going to have to pay for it. But she's really sweet.
I'm thinking back to my T-bone now, because it was the night of Casey Jane Ellison's show.
I know.
That I went to. And you say to me before the show starts, a very heavy show about mortality and sisterhood and all this stuff. You go, I know someone who got in an accident and nothing happened, and a week later they dropped dead because they didn't go to the hospital. And then the lights go down, and then I have to sit in the show with this knowledge that I need to be at an urgent care getting an x-ray. Guess what, baby? Still here.
Better safe than sorry.
Guess what, Shrimp?
I shared that with you because someone else shared that with me.
Well, that's frightening.
It was scary. But what's worse than going to bed alive? Waking up dead.
And they've been saying that for a long time.
Do you ever see Scary Movie 3?
Yeah, but I don't remember that line.
So stupid.
I saw a clip today of Anna Faris. Everyone's like, she's on meth. She's doing like this weird mouth thing. I'm like, that might be neurological. She's older.
She had a few bumps. Great. She's doing good.
She looks great.
In Scary Movie 3, there's like it's like Anthony Anderson and Kevin Hart. And they always get into
huge
these
star
philosophical discussions during the rap battles outside of like the 8 Mile scenes.
Sure.
And Kevin Hart's like, yeah, apparently she went to bed. She went to bed alive and she woke up dead. And he's like, wait a second, you can go to bed alive and wake up dead? Then could you go to bed dead and wake up alive?
I think it's probably funnier if you see it. You know that feeling? I'm sure it's great.
Oh, boy. They have a whole back and forth related to us. They say, I saw a mouse outside the house. And Anthony Anderson goes, no, mice don't live outside the house. Mice are only in the house. A rat is outside the house. And Kevin Hart's like, wait, so if a rat goes outside the house, if a mouse goes outside the house, is it a rat? And if a rat comes inside the house, is it a mouse? And they're like, damn, you just made a point. All right, that's getting cut. Wow.
No, I mean, I'm just due for a rewatch, I think.
Scary Movie 3 was a very, very, very formative movie for me. I can quote it. The whole movie.
Remember the cop's hat keeps getting bigger when she's getting into her. That for some reason has really remained with me.
Yeah. I'll never forget that. Your wife is a taco. She was split in half.
Yeah, it's Charlie. It's the whole Charlie Sheen thing.
Yeah, and Denise, your girl. Okay. Any last thoughts before you die?
No, I don't think so. I do feel like this was good. This feels warm. This felt honest. Ryan, do we have any thoughts? Did you enjoy?
I had some questions, but I forgot.
You had questions?
Yeah.
What the
Damn.
fuck? Speak
I
up
wish you were more vocal
immediately.
during it. I needed a break.
Yeah.
I didn't want to interrupt. I can ask some questions I have.
Okay.
Like, you've known each other for how long?
Like 4 years, 3 years.
And you take a break every 6 months?
There's been like 2 breaks. And they're maybe 3. And they usually last like...
It's not. We've been very close for...
That's a good point.
That's a really good point.
Maybe this isn't working at all.
No,
actually.
we've actually had 2 breaks.
It was like a month.
2 official breaks. And one of the breaks was ended by me having...
some suicidal ideation. And I had to come save the day or something.
Is it just like you're hanging out too much?
Yeah.
Okay. And then...
And the whole... We get kind of juked on each other because I think we satisfy the same role in our respective friend groups. So then there's almost like this... like kinetic energy of like outdoing one another, especially when it's just him and I somewhere, and then all of a sudden like feelings are starting to be hurt.
Yeah,
my feelings are hurt, you know.
Yeah.
And then what do I do as someone who's
not as tall?
Thank you, Ryan.
Is
call out the freakiness.
Yeah, if he's gonna go low, I'm going to hell. You know, I go lower, and then we need 4 weeks. We've been on a good run. I think the last break was like Christmas last year.
I know when it was. It ended on New Year's Eve.
Are these breaks like announced? But you're like, hey, we need to take time away from each other?
Yeah.
Oh, like to the public?
No, to each other. Like you go, hey,
I go online, I get 14 likes, and I'm like, me and Matt have decided. Yeah.
I feel like you should.
Yeah, we've had talks about it.
Well, we're on a break. Yeah.
I think both times we've had very healthy conversations about it where one time I asked for space and then one time he asked for space. So we're 1 for 1. But both times it was like, hey, I love you very much. You mean a lot to me. I don't think
you need to go.
I don't think I'm doing a good job of being like a loving person in your life right now. So I think we should take some space.
That's nice.
It's the most adult friendship I've had.
I feel like people don't like. I'm trying not to like press into the issue.
Do it.
But it sounds like you guys have a healthy relationship in the sense of like, hey, this is a lot right now, and I just want to walk away. Because I care for you and
Clip
like, okay, let me write that down.
No, it's true. I mean, I come from a world of like, oh, I'm good on you for life then, you know, like if there's like a conflict, regardless of the dynamic, employer, friend, boyfriend, cousin, like I'm good. And then feel really bad that I didn't handle it properly, you know?
Have you guys gone on trips together?
No.
I've tried.
I'm kind of thinking of going to London for Christmas alone, and
Are you gonna go?
I don't know, because the flights are so crazy. How much does this pay again? What's your budget for this again?
I think it's like 3 or 4K.
I got really interested in solo travel like a year and a half ago. I think really what happened was I stopped freelancing and I started working more consistent hours, which was allotting me time for like corporate holidays. And I was like, oh, cool. I'm going to go to Mexico City for 4 nights, or I have like 2 weeks off for Christmas. So I'm like, London sounds whimsical. Maybe we should do it. Ryan comes. He brings one of these guys. We film the whole motherfucker. He hates it.
Yeah.
We've never been on a trip together.
Well, I was gonna say, there's a version of this where you go on a trip together, and like, the worry I have is it's super intimate.
Oh.
But then another version of it is
You're saying it's a make or break situation.
or it's just like a precursor to a break where you go on a trip together, and then like without even saying anything, like, oh, hey, at the end of this trip, we're taking a month. Or you could do the opposite, where it's like you schedule solo trips every 4 months. So you're taking breaks without having to announce.
plan our breaks. Like, my friend's a nurse, and in January she has to decide when she's taking off for the whole year, just that week. So we have to go the nurse route, which is like, hey, regardless of where we're at, June we're doing our solo trips. I'll see you in July. Kind of a thing? Is that,
yeah.
Am I processing?
And then also, what's your this is separate, but what's your relationship with religion?
Raised Catholic.
Okay.
Remember feeling nothing toward Catholicism. Went to a Catholic school until I was a 6th grader. We had to go to church on Fridays. And I remember morbidly, the only thing I really remember out of those days is I would have to wear like a khaki or a dress pant, and it would always cause an erection because there's a lot of kneeling and standing in Catholic Mass. So like the friction from the dress pant when I was a little kid, before I even knew what a boner was. But I remember later in life, once I started participating with the boner, being like, I would get boners in these fucking khakis every Friday at church, but never felt connected to the religion, really.
The khakis were getting you bricked up. Do you have a fetish for men in khakis now?
No.
Like a business pant khaki?
No, but I don't mind like a cock being pulled out of like a zipper. But it could be like a blue jean.
You don't mind it?
I would say to recenter here. Always kind of was doing a lot of like psychedelics and stuff in college and in my 20s. Started believing more in like the divine feminine as a spirit, like Mother Earth and spirit guides, and a lot of like, unfortunately, like ketamine induced thinking. But it all led to me eventually moving here and getting sober and realizing that like, I do want a relationship with something beyond myself. I feel soothed in the thought that there is something more than just it going black when I die. My life feels easier when I believe in it. And in the 12-step program I'm in, you get to make your own, and you get to guess and check and re-engage with it whenever you want. So right now I talk to the universe, and I thank the universe, and I ask the universe for things that might be greedy, and I ask for a lot of times I just say like, help me make it make it obvious for me, like make it obvious what the next thing I should do is.
That's nice.
But I don't really. I think of it as like this living, breathing organism that I have a relationship with, and I mean, we'll see, right? Maybe in 10 years, I'll be like, I need something to be real traditional, and I'm going to mass, and I'm putting on the khakis, and I'm getting bricked up at church, baby, you know? So yeah, that's where I am with it. I've chosen to be like, my life is better when I believe in something. Do you believe in God?
No.
Do you think less of me for having these thoughts?
No. I grew up in the South, but I didn't like, it's weird because my family didn't go to church until my grandmother passed in around like 6th grade. And I did not know what a church was in the South. And then
by 6th grade, you didn't know what a church
I like
was?
did not know. Someone like mentioned it once. And I remember being like, I don't know what that is. And then not until my grandmother passed, then it was like a complete switch, which then we were going to church like 3-4 times a week.
Did you wear khakis?
I did wear khakis at first.
Did you have similar reaction?
No, that's a whole different story. I was very late to the erection game.
Wow.
Like 15 until I was like,
even getting them.
The way I maybe I got them before, but I really don't know. The way I remember it is a friend of mine made a joke about masturbation in sophomore year of high school.
Yeah.
I laughed because I was like, all my friends are laughing.
Yes.
And then I Googled what masturbation was. And then I was like, in that moment, I was like, I think my penis is being invented right now. Like before that, it was like just a utilitarian tool to pee.
Right.
And then after that, I like tried to teach myself how to masturbate. And that's a whole other thing.
Well, you're a real self-starter. I mean, that's great. I mean, that's like...
That's so interesting.
That's fascinating.
But my relationship with religion is like... For a long time, it was like, this is separating me. Like, I don't know what this is. It's kind of being thrusted upon me. Like, at that point, halfway through my life, I'm like, it's too late to teach me about Santa Claus. And then...
Yeah.
Which is how I felt about it. And then... when I got like in high school, it was like kind of this thing that I was being punished through. Like, my mom would just be like, you're not doing what God says. So like,
so your mom did like
that was you,
a
right?
full
That's
180?
Yeah. I mean, for her, it was a combination of like her mom died and then my parents separated and she found community in the church. So it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It was just
we
like,
can't knock mom for this.
it was just like a very like, this is separating us as people because I have no like affiliation with this. And she like keeps diving. Like it has gotten to the point where she like will often text. Like there was one time she called me and was like bawling, crying and was like, I was like, what happened? Like who died? And she was like, no, I'm just so sad you're going to hell and I won't see you forever.
Dude, that's like so, I mean, I've had that experience with my parents before.
And like,
it's so brutal.
It's
and you saying like you can't knock mom for it.
Kind of can.
It's
I'm walking it back.
I don't know. It's really devastating for a child to hear that from their parent.
It's like I
think it's really traumatic. It's really painful. I don't know how it is for you as an adult. I'm often able to remove myself, but sometimes I come back to it and I'm like, gosh, I will never have like a normal parent that I can just like text on the regular.
Yeah, same. I don't.
I mean, I could about like, you know, on the surface stuff.
Yeah, I feel
but
similar.
it hits a level of like you can't go past a certain mark.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm grateful. I'm sorry that that's not the relationships that you guys have. It really only grew when I moved across the country.
So
there was a lot of conflict. There was a lot of...
Honey, I've been across the country for 15 years.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, no, that is when I started talking to them daily.
But also, how many siblings do you have?
I have 2. I'm the middle child. None of us are religious.
Yeah.
Do they all live here?
No. One of them splits time between San Francisco and China for work, and the other one...
That's a cool situation.
The other one still lives in Tennessee, which is where I grew up.
Yeah.
Manchester?
Nashville.
Manchester, Tennessee?
That's where Bonnaroo is. I've been. Was this good, Ryan?
Yeah. I got a bunch of clips.
Matt, did you feel this was good?
I had fun. Yeah. It was nice. You know, we omitted a lot of information. There were some lies told.
You tried to brutalize me immediately, and I let you know that's not happening.
All right. That's all. See you in heaven.